All right, Mufasa and Sonic 3, two new releases that I watched. Let's talk about them very quickly. We'll start with Mufasa, and I'll be blunt, don't waste your time. If you thought musical numbers in Joker 2 felt out of place, watch Mufasa and you'll realize it could be so much worse. I will give Barry Jenkins some credit where credit is due. He made this movie look as visually appealing as it could possibly look. It doesn't look great, but it's not as horrendous to look at as something like Deadpool and Wolverine. The story is pretty much as basic as you could imagine. It's a movie made for kids, so that doesn't necessarily surprise me, but essentially Mufasa gets lost from his pack as a cub, and the entire movie is his journey home. Did they ask a kindergartner to write this one? There was just no part of this movie that felt warranted or felt earned. Mufasa is a king, and none of this movie captured that king essence. What I was most excited for was obviously to see how Scar kind of turned to the dark side, going from brothers with Mufasa over to the man that eventually kills him. And that turn to evil was just done very lazily. It happened very quickly. It could have made for a very intriguing origin story between Mufasa and Scar, but I was just left with so much to be desired. It was the way I didn't care about anything going on in this movie. 1.5 out of 5 stars. We're struggling with the Disney live action remakes, and hopefully this will make them realize that this is not the way to go. Now let's turn to Sonic 3. This is gonna bother people, and I'm totally okay with that. I just watched this trilogy over the last 2 days, including the new release of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. These movies just aren't for me. There are moments within Sonic 3 that are cool. I think everything with Shadow is cool. I think Keanu Reeves is an awesome addition to this cast. There are moments where I could see the appeal. But unfortunately, I find Sonic 3 and Sonic 1 and 2 to be wildly annoying. Headache-inducing, nails on a chalkboard. It sucks that Sonic is the least intriguing and most annoying character in his own trilogy. These movies were never made for me. I don't have that nostalgia towards this character, towards these games, towards these stories. But once you remove that nostalgia, for someone who has no attachment to these games, there's just nothing left. I really do hate to admit it. I don't like the Sonic trilogy. I did not like Sonic 3, and they're movies I want to like. They seem like turn your brain off and just have a good time kind of movies. But unfortunately, getting through all 3 of these was such a chore, and an annoying one at that. 2 out of 5 stars, 2 negative reviews on 2 of the latest 2024 releases, unfortunately. Stay tuned for my top 15 of the year, which will be coming soon.